This lesson is on checking solutions to linear equations.
An equation is an expression that contains an equal sign, which is why we call it an equation. And the two sides of our equation are equal to each other. And typically there's also some sort of variable involved. Sometimes there's more than one variable, but you should have at least one variable in order for it to be considered an equation. To find the solution to an equation, we have to find the value, or sometimes more than one value, so value or values, where the equation is true. And those solutions are called a solution set. So we've talked about sets and how we write those values. That's what a solution set is. It's the set of all of the solutions to the equation. A linear equation in one variable has one unknown, so typically it's going to be an x, sometimes a y, but it only has one unknown, and it can be written in the format shown on your screen here, the ax plus b equals 0. Quite often you might even just see it 3x equals 9 or x plus 7 equals 5. So any of those could be rewritten to be in the form ax plus b equals 0. Typically we're not going to write them in that form. The first thing we're going to do is to determine if a value is a solution to an equation. So if the value that is given to us is a solution to the equation, then when we plug it in, both sides should equal each other. So let's work through this first one together. When I have the if x equals -1, that means I'm going to rewrite the equation, and everywhere I see x, I'm replacing it with -1. And if I'm using multiplication, notice here I wrote it in parentheses. Here you could write it in parentheses, but you don't have to because it's just addition, subtraction. So here's my new expression now with, or a new equation now with a -1 involved. And now I'm just going to follow order of operations. So I'm going to take -1 minus 3 or plus -3 to get -4. -4 times -1 is +4. Plus 3, and then -5. Remember, this is like a plus negative, so -5 times -1 is +5. So that was my first step, multiplication, division, or over here I did parentheses. Now I'm going to take -3 times -4, which is 12. And on this side, 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 5 is 12. Because it works, I can say, yes, -1, x equals -1 is a solution. So all we're doing is plugging it in, we're following the order of operations, and then we're just saying yes or no. Here are two for you to try. Go ahead and try them on your own and then check your work, see how you did. So the first one, I'm replacing x with 4. So every time I see an x, I'm replacing it with 4. This is 2 times 4 minus 2, which is 2 plus 4. On this side, 3 times 4 is 12 minus 7. On this side, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 plus 4. On this side, 12 minus 7 is 5. This side I get 8, this side I get 5. Those are not equal, so no, x equals x equals 4 is not a solution. Woo, goodness. Okay. And now we're going to try 7. So exact same process. 7 minus 2 plus 4 equals 3x. 3 times 7 minus 7. Over here I've got 2 times 5 plus 4. Over here I have 21 minus 7. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 4. 21 minus 7 is 14. And I get 14 equals 14, so yes, x equals 7 is the solution. Okay,